Hey guys, it's Vera, and today I'm doing the perfect palette tag. I have got a confession to make. I love eyeshadow palettes. I mean, I really love them. I collect them. I have a ton of them. If I had to only choose one type of palette to be able to buy for the rest of my life, it would totally be eyeshadow palettes. Face palettes, whatever. Lipstick palettes, ew. But eyeshadow palettes, I love. So I've got a bunch to show you. The first question for the tag is the palette with the best packaging. And my favorite is the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette because it's got this like marbled, swirled purple. I love it so much, and I hope that Urban Decay makes more things in this. I love it. It's so pretty. So anyway, this one wins for best packaging for me. So for best color payoff, I would have to say my Sugar Pill quads. I don't know if you count these as palettes or not because there's only 4 colors, but I'm going to count them as palettes. If you look, like this one's been well loved, as you can see. Uh, it's the Cold Heart palette, and my black is long gone. But it has Poison Plum and After Party and Taco in it, and it's been very well loved. And I also have Sweetheart, which I've made a huge dent in After Party because it's one of those colors that I really love. And Taco is very versatile. Midori is very flattering, and Dolly Pop is a lot of fun because it's a bright pink. And of course, Heartbreaker. Um, Acid Berry and Velocity are my two favorites in this palette, but they're very vibrant, totally worth the money. They're a steal for the amount of product that you get for the price. Cannot I totally recommend these. Anytime you're thinking about bright colors, look at Sugar Pill. Let's see, most versatile palettes. I don't know. I'd have to say that possibly my most versatile palette is my Urban Decay 15th anniversary palette because it has like the purples, the teals, the hot pinks, golds, bronzes, grays, black. Like it has all the colors that I wear. It does have a couple like I don't typically wear, like it has a couple browns, but aside from that, all the colors are pretty awesome. So this is probably my most versatile palette. So the best for traveling, I would have to say, are probably the Urban Decay face cases because they come with 5 eyeshadows, an eyeliner, a lip pencil, 2 blushes, a highlighter, and they basically have you covered. If you look, this is the Anarchy face case. So it's got 5 eyeshadows. The only eyeshadow I don't even like in here is this pinkish mess color that's called Provocateur. It's not my favorite, but the black is great because it's Perversion. It's the perfect dark black, and then the pink is an limited edition hot pink, like raspberry type shade. Super bright, totally my color. And the blushes are really great too. I love Quickie to pieces, and this is a nice highlighter. The Shattered face case is really nice too because it has a bunch of like it has purple and gray and like pale pink, and the shades are like really easy to work with, so it's nice. And then the lip pencil is a neutral pink shade. I don't like the blushes as well in this one, but I mean they're still okay. So yeah, I think this is good for travel. Oh, I forgot to mention another great palette for traveling if you're just looking for versatility among eyeshadow is the Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. Check this out. So yeah, it's got a lot of neutrals, but it's also got a lot of fun colors. So you can do like, demure office stuff, or you can do like fun night out stuff. So this is another great palette to consider, and it's definitely one of my favorites of the year. Let's see, my biggest regret. My biggest regret is probably the Anastasia Lavish palette that I purchased just because, I don't know, I was kind of disappointed with it. Like the colors are okay, but they're all really warm, and I guess because I've been leaning more towards cool colors, I find it hard to wear, and I'm not really reaching for it that much, so it's kind of sad. Best color names would probably be the Kat Von D Spellbinding eyeshadow book because you've got names like Stupid Autocorrect, 8-Bit, WTF, Countess, Wonderland, Arcadia, Hexagram. Like I love all the names on this. Just it's so awesome. And if you look at the colors are really great. Um, I really hate this. I wish they had printed the names below the colors, but the colors are really great in this palette. Lots of variety of shades, and because they're meant to be layered, you get so much more out of it than people might normally not think about layering the colors. So anyway, I think that this is definitely the one with the best color names. My least used palette is probably my Tarte Romancing the Palette, which I haven't, or sorry, Romancing the Glow, which I bought for the blush, and I haven't even swatched it yet or used it, which is kind of sad. But it's got all these browns, and I'm like, oh, I bought it for the blush, and I really love this particular palette design from Tarte because I also have the Coral Crush palette, which is the cute one with the starfish on the front, and it's also got an amazing blush, and I like the eyeshadow colors in this one much better. And then, of course, the Aqua Lilies for Tarte, which has a gorgeous blush. And again, I like the eyeshadow colors a lot better. But I guess yeah, the Romancing the Glow, this one is my least used. I kind of feel bad about it. My most used palette, you will probably be surprised to find out, is the Naked Basics palette because, and it's my most used because I use Walk of Shame all the time. It's like the perfect color for my brow bone crease to help blend out other colors. I also really like Crave, which is this deep dark brown for like contouring or shading. And Venus is pretty nice too. I still have no idea how to use Foxy because it's just so yellow. But Walk of Shame, perfect color for me. I love it. Let's see. My most loved palette is probably my Urban Decay 15th Anniversary palette. And I think that's just because I really love like Omen, Junk Show, Evidence, Deep End, Ace, Vanilla, like just I don't know. I love the colors in it a lot. So it's probably my most loved palette, and I'm so glad that I, picked it up back in the day and it had like the new eyeshadow formula. It's such a great palette. And I'm sorry that you can't have it. So the last question is Desert Island, and that's a really tough one. I'd probably want the 15th anniversary palette or the Vice 2 palette. Maybe Vice 1, because Vice 1 actually, I hate that that it gets like all fingerprinted and stuff, but I love the gem in it. But it has some really great colors. Like if you look at it, I mean, it's got a bright blue, it's got a bright pink, it's got a teal. So it's a pretty nice palette. I think that I'd definitely want the 15th anniversary palette if I was trapped on a desert island. Anyway, I have babbled on at you long enough. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my perfect palette tag. Let me know if there's another tag you want me to do in the comments below. Thanks for watching.